You're chaos.
You got it. You got it.
Chaos.
I'm not saying it until I hear the crack.
Oh, we're still live though.
Yeah, I got it.
Good evening, vampires, werewolves, and all other nocturnal beings. Welcome to Tiddies by Night, a Vampire the Masquerade actual play run entirely by creatures of marginalized genders and presented by Tabletop Tiddies. My name is Kelly, my pronouns are they, them, and I will be your storyteller for tonight. But before we get into the episode, we want to acknowledge the colonial history of Canada and how Canada has and continues to take from Indigenous people. The effects of colonization are still felt to this day, and we acknowledge that this episode is being recorded on the stolen lands of the Anishinaabe, Chippewa, Haudenosaunee, Wendat, Secwepemc, Apache, Musqueam, Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, Coast Salish, and Cheyenne First Nation. If you would like to know more about the effects of colonization and support some Indigenous charities and organizations, you can go to the resources on our website at tabletoptiddies.com/. With me, I am joined by the investigators of the occult and unusual +1.
Whoa. Hey, everybody. I'm Shar. My pronouns are she, they. I play Octavia Miller, the Tremere, whose pronouns are she, her, always followed by her lovely dog, Prophet, who is an abomination that I love.
That's me.
Hi, everyone. My name is Rachel Theilade. My pronouns are she, her, and I am playing Evelyn Stormloft, the Nosferatu, who is an abomination that I love, whose pronouns are also she, her.
Hi, I'm Casper. My pronouns are they, them, and I'm playing Belgium Jerry, a gangrel abomination that I care deeply for, but he's not my type. So...
Hello, my name is Emily Matchette. My use she her pronouns. I'm playing Imogen White, the Salubri, whose pronouns are also she her, who doesn't have a broken nail.
I'm there. Pronouns she, they, and Faye, playing Leon Cavallo, the he, they, bay. I'm gonna keep using it. I like it a lot.
It's great.
I've never been an abomination, myself or Leon. We're simply perfect, both of us.
And for a second episode in a row, we have a very special guest.
It's me. Hello. I'm Jeremy Cobb, and I am here playing. I'm playing Mr. Morien v. Blanke, the La Sombra, who is also here. And I am currently having a legal dispute with my character. In contrast to everyone who loves their characters, I love him, but we are having a legal dispute.
Oh, it's really hard on the kids sometimes.
Yeah.
Before we get into playing some vampire, we've got a sponsor to thank. Inspire to create a space that you can be proud of at Inspire to Create Shop, a small Canadian business sporting and sourcing their materials from other small Canadian businesses. They have everything to make your space as cool and nerdy as possible. They have cheeky and funny decals to personalize your walls and cars, and dishwasher-safe mugs sporting your favorite class for when you come out of a long rest. Roll for initiative with Inspire to Create Dice Towers and get one for yourself using our code TIDDIESBYNIGHT for a discount at Inspire, the number 2, Create Shop on Etsy.
Oh, is hey. We use Sirenscape on the show to make our stream more atmospheric. You can use it as well. It's free. And just .com. We are also probably going to be using Welcome to Teldore by Critical Role, which is the album that they released and then let a bunch of streamers use as well. But it all depends on what the players do today. So for legal reasons, I gotta say it at the top of the stream.
Very fair, very fair. We are going to do a special shout out to our friends over at Vorpal Tales this evening. Join Vorpal Tales through the digital looking glass and experience all of their terrifying tales and awesome adventures. They live for RPGs, maestros of horror, mavens of adventure, actual plays, RPG chats, and podcasts 12 times a week. They also create tabletop RPG supplements, and several of them are tabletop RPG authors. Their signature lineup of weekly shows includes Labyrinths and Legends, Candlelit Chronicles, Fantastic Fables, Tales from the Toy Box, Awesome Adventures, Moxie, Mythos and Mystery, Stories of the Supernatural, Pathfinder Archives, Terrifying Tales, and the Vorpal World of Darkness. My guys, there's so many shows. They are partnered with a variety of excellent organizations, including Norse Foundry, Free League Helmcast, Dungeon Crate, Alchemy RPG, and among many others. They have showcased a variety of games for both big and small publishers, Kickstarters, and new game launches. Check them out and see what they can offer you at twitch.tv/VorpalTales.
Woohoo! We are big fans of them. I have 2 announcements. Normally I just do one, but it's just a little funny aside that my dress is from New World, which was a sponsor of ours from a few weeks ago.
Yay!
So go check out their website. They ship everywhere and they're a great place. But also, if you're watching live on Twitch, there's a chance that you might have Amazon Prime. And if you do, you get 1 free Twitch sub a month. And we would just love if you used it on us to support these heavy titties that we're lifting, double Ds, you know. They're pretty, it's a lot of strenuous effort. And it takes a village to organize a stream like this. And
I thought you were going to say it
takes a village to lift these titties.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
yeah, it does. And if you don't use your Amazon Prime sub, then it's just going to Jeff Bezos, and we don't like that. So yeah, consider it.
Be the bra beneath these titties with an Amazon subscription.
I love that song. Possible trigger warnings for this episode: disregard for human life, vampire stuff, religion, and grief. So if any of those things are something you don't want to hear today, feel free to step away, compose yourself, come back, or skip the episode entirely, and you can catch the last time on back. Speaking of previously on Tiddies by Night, we took a step away from the ongoing threat to meet a not-so-new kindred on Mr. Morien v. Blanke, a vampire who has gone by several different names, has woken up from a long sleep. London is in a similar state to when he left. Each time that a novel about the kindred has been written, the city goes into chaos and terrifying presence comes to London. Caiaphas, a vampire hunter powered by Vitae, and his paladin-like mission to kill all vampires in existence. Morien, while investigating the presence of inquisitors in the city, traced a route to IOU. There he recruited the help of investigators, while also regaling them with stories of the good old days. Much like all things in this city, they were led to the palace and the widowed mistress of the stage, Melinda Moore. There, Leon, Imogen, and Morien performed alongside Melinda, this time with the help of some pyrotechnics. Backstage, the IOU began gathering more information on Caiaphas Smith, but not before looking a little deeper herself, discovering that he'd wife dead. Dun, dun.
Oh my goodness.
The surprise of, I think, nobody.
no one.
I'm shocked.
Also,
Utterly blown away.
thanks for the raid, Girls Run These Worlds.
Heck yeah!
Hey, thank you so much.
Yeah, you've caught us on a day where we are in a mood, but Sarah didn't say anything about it.
I mean, I didn't want to say, but we are kind of in a mood today.
We're in a mood
It's
every
been a
week.
little-
Welcome to Tabletop Tiddies. Tiddies by Night.
We're actually going a kindred that was not present. Introductions and festive. Like to tell us what you've been up to?
Oh, right. So after Jerry, I started with the accent and it kind of went away that quickly. after Jerry accidentally murked some of Evie's peoples in a fit of like Hulk smash, he kind of set up like a little shrine for them and felt really bad about it, and tried to remember, like, poured one out for the homies and remembered like all of his past victims / comrades that fell, and then like a true gentleman, he went on a bender, and because Jerry knows how to deal with grief, he went on a bender and is trying to now find his friends, make up for the terrible thing that he's done. He wants to be as helpful as possible.
Nice.
Even though he's completely blitzed.
Yeah, you've easily found a few sailors having a bit of a shore leave, tipping it back a little, and will never be heard from again. So you're feeling pretty good. And you're currently walking through the streets of London, which are a little bit on the dead side. And as we mentioned last time, that could either be because there was a mass calling or other reasons. We don't know yet. But it is raining, and it's sort of that, like, you can feel like the shine on the cobblestone streets from the lamp lights.
Let's be bright tonight.
And as you're walking through the streets, give me a wits and awareness.
Oh, because I'm so good at that. Wait, no, you can go away. There we go. Oh, hey, I got successes. Three
Ooh.
successes.
It wasn't a very high requirement, but you hear what sounds like faint sobbing coming from ahead. The street sort of is curving in and out of these buildings, and you can hear just like a subtle weeping somewhere off in the distance.
He is going to... Got it. He is going to do that and then stumble towards the direction.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Internet.
Come on, internet.
Ito was holding all the internet.
Am I here?
Oh,
I
no.
believe.
It was a Wi-Fi mosquito.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I didn't mean to kill a Wi-Fi mosquito. Yeah, so I'm going. He's going to stumble and probably like knock over some waste baskets or like some crates or whatever down these alleys to find out who's weeping, because he needs to make them stop crying in a helpful way, not a menacing way. I realized how that sounded right after I said it.
The stumbling metal canister falls to the ground. You hear a dog bark off in the distance, and the weeping sort of stops. And you hear a feminine voice call out that says, "Is someone there? Please, I need some help. My husband, he's had a bit of a problem.
Bro, I could help.
I'm just further down the road."
Yeah, I'm a be on my way. Hang on.
And as you stumble more, you make your way around the seemingly moving buildings at this point. And the labyrinth road mixed with like the movement of these buildings is definitely a struggle. And you see ahead of you the silhouette of a woman clutching what appears to be a cross, dressed in like pretty thick looking like white gown that is sort of like taken on a bit of water from the rain. Her makeup is like running and her hair is like messed up, and as you stumble forward she says, you must help. My husband was attacked by a I don't want to say a creature, but that sounds foolish, but something leapt at him and he's not doing well.
Does he have 4 legs or 2?
My husband or the creature?
The thing attack him?
Two, it looked like a man. He was... he was some sort of shadowy creature leapt on him and devoured him. But I think he's still alive.
Okay. My words ain't too great, but you just said your husband was devoured, right?
There was a lot of blood. You have to help. And she starts to walk into an alley.
Wait, miss.
Follow me, please.
I begrudgingly follow her because, like, I have to help, but, like, also, am I helping a dead man?
As you walk into the alleyway, you can see her sort of ahead of you, running deeper. And there's various like waste bins and stuff that have been lined in the alleyway. And
I knock into every single one.
And as you do, you can hear her off in the distance. It's over here, please. A little further.
Bro, miss, why are you in the street so far away from your devoured husband?
She does not reply.
Miss, bro, where'd you go now?
And in front of you, the alleyway has sort of turned into one of those like tunnel, those like small back alley London tunnels. And you sort of stumbled into it, and you can't see her in front of you, but you do hear what it sounds like a heavy metal being dragged across the cobblestone as a metal slat appears in front of you in the tunnel, and a slot opens up, and you see what appears to be a barrel of a gun shoot through it. You have a moment to react.
Well, in that moment, I'm going to squint at the barrel of the gun and try and figure out what it is.
All right.
Oh, no!
Give me a wits and awareness.
Oh,
You don't know.
I have 3 dice.
Jerry.
I am not smart.
It was nice knowing you, Jerry.
Yeah.
I got 1 success.
You're staring at it. And just as you clock that it is a gun, you see a large incinerary blast appear in the barrel, and you are struck in the chest, and you take 4 aggravated damage as you feel the wound in your chest begin to burn and catch fire. I think we got him! Ready, reload! And you see the barrel slot out from the metal wall, and the window closes, and you can hear the familiar sound of somebody reloading a blunderbuss.
Oh. Okay. I would like to. This is not D&D. Yeah, no, I guess I would like to do. Oh, wait. Does my toughness do anything with the aggravated?
No, it just makes your health higher.
Wait, then my resilience? I thought that did something. That's probably not aggravated. That's probably the other one.
Yes.
Superficial.
If you're getting punched in the face, not shot with
Yeah.
a fire shotgun.
You know, I just thought, can I activate? I would like to do my atavism and summon a bunch of rats to attack the guys on the other side of the door.
All right. Give me a rouse check.
Yeah. That's the wrong button. I keep hitting the wrong button. I'm so sorry. Okay. Nope. That's hunger.
You hear the usually calm voice of the beast inside your mind that demands you to feed, loud and aggressive, as you can feel the burn in your chest worsen. And you get hungrier and very angry. Give me a composure and animalism.
Oh, I have a cheat sheet. My composure is, and my animal is 3 successes.
All right. You can send out your animalism senses, and you can feel it latching on to some of the rodents in the area that begin swarming towards you. They will take a moment, but you felt it activate, and you can hear as the firing component of the blunderbuss is reset, and the window opens again, and the barrel once again slides out.
I'm gonna grab the tip of the barrel and like yank it from him.
All right, give me a strength and brawl.
Yeah, mess with my boy. I dare you.
Dare just wants this to be a Looney Tunes episode.
Just curves it back, pointing into the hole.
Bend it towards them.
6 successes.
Nice. You grab it. What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to like yank whoever's on the other end through the freaking hole. They shot me. I want to see their face.
You pull incredibly hard, and you hear a crack as a arm gets pulled through the hole and snaps at the shoulder. They do manage to pull the trigger just before it gets through, and the firing mechanism is now luckily the barrel's aiming away from you, so there is still a loud sound and fire flashes in your face, but you see it break up against the wall. I am going to need a willpower check, though, as this is a really close proximity to an active fire source.
I didn't write down my willpower, so I've got to find it.
It should be full. Everyone got the equivalent.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm good. I just forgot how many boxes, though.
That's fair. Probably lower than your health and or punching abilities.
Very much so, but I still got my 3 successes.
Hey! You look away from the fire, and you can feel the warmth, but your beast does not well up, and you are holding on to this gun that now has a fully dislocated arm attached to it, and you can hear many voices trying to pull the person on the other end back away from the gun.
I'm not very happy, so I'm gonna yank it, and I want the rest of the arm. He shot me in the chest. I want compensation.
Give me another strength and brawl. I will say you were fighting a couple other people, but they are kind.
I'm drunk. I forgot.
Extra dice.
Extra dice, yeah.
Don't we all?
Okay, yeah, that's all my extra dice. 8 successes.
Fuck.
Jesus Christ, this man has no arm.
8 successes.
Pull, and you see the shoulder like
the full shoulder, yeah,
coming through the hole, and you feel them trying to pull him back, and you just start feeling a tear as his entire body gets pushed up against the hole. You manage to like squeeze more through than probably should exist, and using it almost as like a stopper, managed to get about nipple amount of the side of this person's chest, ripped through the hole.
That's incredible.
As the body sort of like
so specific
slumps back.
Hold on, what side did the nipple go to? Did it go to Jerry's side? I need to know. Or did it stay?
Yeah, about like midsection has
I
like
got the
ripped
nipple.
out.
You got the nipple then. Okay, good.
You got a titty.
You got it!
And as you do, you hear on the other side, "Leave him, he's a goner!" And the slot closes shut, and you hear footsteps running away down the cobblestone, and what sounds like a horse being rushed away. And you are now left with a good chunk of a human and a blunderbuss.
I'm gonna take the blunderbuss, I don't know why. I'll use it as a club or something. Can I open this door?
There's no.
Or like, can I at least open the little slit?
Yeah, I'll say that you can like shove your hand across and slide it.
Yeah. So, actually, instead of that, I was like, before they closed, like when he said he's a goner, I'd be like, or before they said that, I wanted to poke my head, like just go into eye level and like look at the people, even if I can't see them, and be like, who's next?
You see running away the woman that called you here, who has now basically pulled like a scarf over her face. And you can tell now the rain has soaked her dress enough that she seems to be wearing like padding underneath it, some sort of body armor. And next to her is a similarly clad gentleman in a tricorder hat. And they're not looking back at you now. They're just running away. And you can see, sort of like looking down, a slumped figure that is now swiftly dead.
I want that hat. I'll remember that hat.
You clock that hat to your drunken memory. And I'll say that you can continue your search for your friends.
Just dragging a bloody arm, see who else wants to fuck with me.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to stop at any point to give you a chat in this situation. But we are going to return to the theater. You've basically just learned that Melinda has been lying about the final death of her wife. I will say, though, Octavia, you were the only one that has learned this because you scryed her soul. And Morien and her have sort of been like still locked in this like hand-holding vampire off where they're just showing off a lot of their abilities. And the rest of you are sort of just like standing around this scene happening. What is it that you would like to do?
Does it seem loud in here?
It's pretty loud. There's quite a few kindred here. And a lot of like your conversation has sort of been drowned out by their presence.
Okay. Then I'm going to lower my voice and as quietly as I can whisper to, I think Evelyn was by me.
Yeah.
And I'll let you know what I learned.
I can't say I'm surprised. Seems very like them to pull such a thing. But why, I wonder?
Yes, what has she been up to this entire time?
Ooh.
That I intend to find out.
Morien, you see Melinda turn in the direction of Octavia and Evelyn and say, "It's not polite to discuss one within their presence, but behind their back. And it is also not wise to forget that our kind do hear quite a lot."
It's not polite to lie, and it would do you well to remind you that you have a blood bond with some of us still.
It is prudent to lie. And is going to let go of your hand, Morien.
It's not polite to break off a vamp off in the middle just because some other people are talking about you.
That too. That's very true.
I lean over to Leon and I ask, what does prudent mean?
Convenient. Like, lying is generally helpful
Right.
in someone like Melinda's case.
Right. Okay, thanks. Wondering.
Also, scratch that I say blood bond. I meant boon.
Boon, yes. I figured
yeah.
as much.
Yeah.
Melinda also turns to you, Imogen, and says, "Prudent means planning for the future and making decisions now that will help one in the future, or ones that they care about."
What decisions are we talking about? I feel like I'm coming in on the middle of something. As if there's backstory I didn't know.
Well, perhaps this is not the place to talk about it. I'll politely I haven't dropped my mask of 1,000 faces either because I don't want to show the veins off.
Smart.
Yeah.
Unless any of you have business with the kindred in this room, we may retire from the theater.
When you say this room, do you mean this room or people in the theater at all?
Kind of like
The big lady.
The big strong lady.
Why do you ask?
You know why.
I know why.
Mostly because Leon is curious about just checking if someone enjoyed the performance. Just making sure, making sure the audience is happy.
Did you have your eye on someone particular?
I mean, I would never be the type to allow myself to fall for such fancy, but there was one or two captivating people there, maybe.
Well, I know quite a few people, and you are of particular fame around here, so if there's anyone in particular you wish me to direct you towards, tell me now before we depart.
Very, very large. Talk to me a little bit about what they're going to perform around right before I did. But once again, cannot stress. Very large, seemed very powerful.
I believe you were talking about Anastasia Fulmore?
Wonderful.
Yes, she is... I'm surprised, Leon. One of your... clan dipping towards a Bruja is quite strange, but...
I have never given in to tradition.
Clearly. Well, they are of no real dignitary rapport. They have no title within the Camarilla, nor do they very much care for it, and consider themselves independent. Do you wish for more information, or are you valorous enough to obtain it yourself?
Is this a common haunt for Anastasia?
Recently, I fear that she may have a thing for widowers. But of course, being as we are friends, I wouldn't dare get in your way.
Wonderful.
I'm going to lean over to Leon and be like, if you want, we can get married and I can fake my death. I've done it many times before.
While that is not a thing that I've necessarily remiss to the option, I always expected myself to be the one to fake the death, I'll be honest. But...
Oh, it works wonders, believe me.
I think we're all being a little too coy about this, honestly. If it is okay, maybe I'll just quickly run out and just, make it clear my intention to maybe hang around here on occasion. I'll be right back.
Of course. As for the rest of you, is there anyone in particular here that you wish to convene with before we depart?
You mentioned the Primogen. Are any of them here this evening?
I believe there has been a Malkavian sniffing around recently, but he does not dare to enter for some reason. I believe Miss Vasquez is here, though she is the keeper of Elysium. And I have seen Miss Hahn around, the Ventrue Primogen.
Well, perhaps we best speak with her if we're going to be dealing with this Caiaphas Smith.
All right.
Yes.
And sort of gestures off into the crowd and grabs your arm, Octavia, sort of like slipping her arm underneath it.
Honey, you carry the same presence as your late wife.
Indeed. And you head off. Imogen, what are you up to in this crowd, this sea of kindred?
Trying to not be talked to and just being a wallflower.
Give me a...
Which I know is not exciting for this live
Are there any
stream
perks to it at
situation.
least?
Please don't have her talk to anyone.
There are indeed perks
yeah, what
to
am I
being a
rolling?
wallflower. Give me a charisma and stealth because I think that's funny.
Yeah. Am I? One. Okay, good. Charisma and stealth?
Yeah.
Ooh. I mean, that's this 5.
All right. You do manage to...
No. I get 5 dice. I haven't rolled yet. Oh, sorry.
okay.
Looking at what I had to get.
They're all 10s.
This all 10s. Do I hold up? Let's see if I can score any extra things here. I don't think so. I'm just gonna roll. That is a wicked amount of successes, though.
Jeez.
4, 5, 6.
Wow, you socially disappear.
Excellent.
You find the one spot that nobody's really looking at. You find the equivalent of the dog in the kitchen and start hanging out with it for the entire party.
Good. That is her vibe. Excellent. Yep. I mean, I'll listen in on like some gossip though if I can, because
all right.
It might be useful later.
Roll me a wits and awareness, and then I'll ask you later what you got.
Ooh, okay.
And Evelyn, what are you up to?
I would like to literally vanish.
Nice.
Because I would like to trail Octavia and try and eavesdrop on them, and then while I'm also doing that, try to pick up little things here and there from the other people in the crowd.
Nice.
So I will activate Cloak of Shadows, and because I have Vanish, I can activate all of those things, even under direct observation. So since it's a busy room, it doesn't matter. So, yeah.
I will say you get the impression that some people in the room are aware of your presence. Considering that there's a lot of old vampires here, but it's enough that sort of like they just sort of assume that you're not sociable. Also, you're a Nosferatu, and this is just kind of what Nosferatu do.
Yeah. And if anybody seems like they're suspicious or annoyed, I will like avert gaze or like go to a different direction so they don't think I'm actually like looking or trying to eavesdrop on them, kind of thing. So I'm aware that people might be able to see me if they're looking for me.
Also give me a wits and awareness as well, but tell me later.
Cool.
And Morien, what are you up to?
Are there like a lot of members of like the aristocracy here?
You give me a wits and awareness.
Okay.
Wits and awareness for everyone.
Bees.
You got a wits and awareness. You got a wits and awareness. That is going to be 8 dice.
Damn.
Ooh, this is fun. Okay. Okay, so that's 110, that's 18. That's all I have. So it's 2 successes.
2 successes. So there are a lot of you recognize a lot of like high society kindred, more entitled than in like actual like royalty. Like they're higher up in the Camarilla. And a lot of the kind that are here are sort of like arm candy, literally. And there doesn't seem to be any like mortal that word. Aristocracy. Yep. That's the one.
Okay, so there's nothing pressing. Is there anything really that is catching my eye about these people? If not, then I will simply move on and pursue things that support my friends, or my newfound friends. Yeah, is there like, does anything jump out at me, like in terms as I'm glancing around the room? Any old acquaintances, foes, anything, any strange behaviors?
I think like a lot of them are sort of surprised that you're here. but it's in the way that like, oh, like enough time must have passed while you were like this is probably something you've done in the past. But you're, yeah, especially with that roll, you're not picking up any like particulars.
Okay, then I will look around and like as I will sweep my gaze across the room, bow dramatically, and then I want to follow Leon, but I don't want to interfere. I want to be waiting in the wings to emergency wingman if need be. I'd like to walk out because I believe Leon was going outside, right?
Mm-hmm.
We were going outside.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I would like to, if assuming that it's still a relatively quiet street situation, no one would be paying attention to me. As I walk out the door, just jump straight up and land on like the wall behind, just watching, ready to jump in.
You're just like
at a moment.
You're next to one of the gargoyles on the side of the Palace Theater now, just kind of like clung there. And we will do. God, this is the greatest. Leon, as you make your way outside and sort of around to the front, you can see some of the theater goers are boarding carriages and have their mortal snacks ready for when they get off into the night. And you see walking, like just starting to walk down the street with a cigarette in her hand is your your target, Anastasia.
I think there's a deliberate pace to Leon, as it is clearly, hey, I'm trying to catch up with you, but also I don't want to make it seem desperate. Leon would know this exact pace and way to walk. Hello. I don't believe I caught your name. Sort of as like trying to catch up.
She sort of like stops for a moment and like looks around and faces you, cigarette in hand, and sort of like you can tell that moment of like, oh, I'm still in the presence of like fancy people, and sort of straightens up a bit and holds the cigarette a little bit more daintily. Yes, you were you were one of the performers, were you not?
Yes, nice to, I guess, formally make your acquaintance. The name is Leon Cavallo. I offer a hand, of course.
She sort of reaches it out. Miss Fulmore, Anastasia.
Wonderful name. And may I say, feel free to relax. The show's over. I'm just wanting to talk for a second.
Give me a charisma and persuasion.
Oh no. Can Leon Cavallo do this?
A famous toreador walking up to you, telling you to relax, seems a little sus. Kind of like a trap.
No.
It's a social trap.
No, not meant to be. Charisma and persuasion?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I need to?
Traps are a lot better than the one that I fell into. I'm just gonna say.
Anastasia pulls out a blunderbuss.
I really hope not. That is 4 successes.
You can see she kind of like looks over your shoulder. Morien, give me a dexterity and stealth.
Okay. Let me see here.
Should have been spotted.
I am Shadow.
I mean, you are a Lasombra with Oblivion powers, so...
It's just the fucking scene from Hereditary, just like in the corner. Just
Absolutely. It is absolutely that one.
I swear.
Let's see. That is 1, 2... It's 3 successes.
Yeah.
But I can try and use one of my vampy powers if need be. I do have abilities. Can I? Okay, then what I would like to do is, let me see. I can't turn invisible, but I can use Shadow Cloak. It gives me a 2 dice bonus as stealth. So I think as I'm watching, I'm going to be whispering to myself, yes, that's the way, young blood. And as I say this, like it's like the blue flame seeps out of my mouth and turns black as it sort of runs over my body, so that my features and like everything, my cheekbones become incredibly well defined. But the rest of me, it's like I get kind of this shiny black sheen that is very difficult to see in low light. So I'm just kind of posted up on the wall watching this, which adds 2 more dice.
Go ahead and roll them.
A wild
Okay,
time.
so that bumps it up to, I believe, 4 successes.
All right,
now.
good. She did get 3 successes.
Hey!
She kind of like looks around Leon and like checks just sort of like the street and listen, I haven't been in London for too long. I'm just trying to, get the lay of the land, and a bunch of people said to go to the theater, that it's sort of the hub of society around here, and I don't know. It's a bit nerve-wracking trying to fit in with hoity-toity type.
I absolutely understand that. It is a bit of a particular type of dance and posture. If you ever need to learn about maybe the less affluent parts of society, I'm absolutely certain I have a friend or two who could help, give you a tour. But also, have you ever been to the feeding pits?
Have not. I've been mostly trying to hunt on my own, but without a dedicated sort of haven area, it's been a little tough. Is this like a bowl you throw mortals into or something?
It's a bit of a, I call it a little bit of an upscale establishment, but it's mostly a nice place where you can go, sit down with a couple of friends maybe, or a friend, and have a meal. If that ever sounds like something you'd be interested.
I mean, that would take a lot of the work out of it for sure. I kind of like moves a little uncomfortably now. I was just gonna come back and watch more of the performances. I haven't seen anything like that. We don't have what's the word? A lot of the performances where I come from aren't as soft, and it's kind of nice. So I was thinking of coming back.
Well, of course, I don't want to steal you away for the evening, but if you ever want to, if you look out for a building called the IOU, ask for Leon, and if you want to go explore the feeding pit at some point, have a nice meal, it'll be my treat.
Might take you up on that offer. It's mighty kind.
It would be my pleasure and my honor. And I do like a slight curtsy and a bow. Just look for the purple suit. It'll be the best way to find me, I'll be honest.
She kind of like also does a curtsy, but you see that like the dress that she's wearing sort of like pushes up against her form a little bit as she does, and sort of straightens up and goes back into that like practiced posture that she's been doing. I'll all right, well, you have a good night. Sort of like looks around again. All right, I'll be seeing you then. Sort of like awkwardly like turns around and starts walking down the street a little bit more.
Yeah, I think Leon does like one last goodbye, and like in the least cool thing Leon has ever done. Once like Leon knows the coast clear, it's gonna be a little like, yeah, just like a little, just like way too happy for himself.
Turns around. Did you say something?
Sorry, I just sort of humming a ditty I heard earlier today. My apologies.
Oh, always practicing, I guess. I'll see.
Take care.
You see all of this, Morien.
Once Anastasia is out of earshot, can I just emerge from the shadows, slow clapping towards Lynn?
100%.
I say, they say that things change, but after seeing you work that magic, I think the more things change, the more things stay the same. You remind me of myself, one of the other me's, long before. Just gonna walk up, clap them on the back, and be like, I was ready. I was ready to jump in there, if need be. Either we were gonna be married, or you had another spouse who had died previously. But I had it locked and
Were you
loaded.
watching the entire thing?
Yes, like your guardian devil. I was hiding in the shadows, ready to jump in and wingman you just right in there. But my goodness, you've got game. You've got game, son. Just slap him on the butt.
If Leon could blush, if Leon had blood and the ability to blush, Leon would be bright red.
You can rouse the blood if you want to force a blush in there.
I might. This is worth it.
All right, give me a rouse check.
Oh boy. That was a 4. No, I didn't get it.
You hear your sire in your mind. For this, really? You can blush. You just failed and get hungrier.
I'm feeling rather peckish. I could use a meal.
Let's go. We can go out on the town. Just grab something quickly. The two of us. Something to go.
I mean, to go. We're not far from the theater. Actually, can I try to get a little snack to go?
For sure.
This is my perfect eating spot.
I'm not gonna make you roll for it. I'll say that with your grandpa in tow, you're able to pull in some eating.
Oh my god.
Also,
Gracious.
thanks for the raid, Harley Hero.
Yay, thank you so much.
Some very awkward flirting with your grandpa behind you.
It'd be less awkward if the grandfather wasn't just to watch it.
Yes. Yeah.
Next time, try blowing in her ear.
Oh my god.
500 years ago, and you know that sort of thing just comes around.
Jerry, I will say that having gone to the IOU office, you will learn that they have come to the theater. Are you still dragging around the arm at this point?
No, I would have tossed it to William, on William's little pile in
Aw.
the basement.
Aww,
That's so cute.
that's adorable.
William,
I tossed half of a man's chest and
Listen.
arm onto his little.
It's cute.
Okay.
He's
For a
hungry.
Nosferatu, that is adorable.
Okay.
it is straight. I was gonna have a scene showing how William's doing, but I assumed it was gonna be with Evelyn. So,
Yeah.
as you make your way into the headquarters, the base sewage headquarters of the IOU, it has been some.
I leave my vest and my hat upstairs
That's fair.
because it's the only thing I got.
It has been some time since he's been embraced, and coming down to the sewers, that sort of like nest that had formed in the corner has sort of like rotted and decayed at this point. It's almost like just a mound of like like bones and partially decayed flesh at this point. The table that was in the middle of the headquarters has sort of been rearranged, and you see all of these like rolls of like notes and like information that Evelyn's gang has been gathering for some time now. And sort of standing over the table, completely bald, almost looking like a Harlequin baby at this point, is William, wearing the clothes that he was wearing the entire time during his transformation. a little bit like awkwardly elongated and like hunched over this table, sort of like arranging notes and stuff. And as you approach, he like turns his head, and you can hear just like as he looks over, and he says, "Oh, Mr. Jerry, what brings you here?"
Oi, it could be my haircut. Looks good on you.
Yeah, thank you. I honestly haven't had a chance to look at myself in a while. Do I look...
You want a snack?
And he sort of like leaps forward and grabs it and starts eating it, nipple first.
Damn it, Kelly!
Eat those titties.
And any composure that he like tries to keep as like is like immediately gone as he just turns into that like raccoon form of just devouring this arm in front of you.
Oi, William, do you happen to know where everybody else went?
Yes, I overheard them. They've gone to the theater again. They're quite fond of that place now.
Oh, great. And I'm gonna stumble my happy ass over to the theater. Enjoy the snack.
Don't be a stranger. As you head on towards the theater. Octavia. Melinda has led you towards this group that is sort of chatting, and you can hear just like inane chatter about properties and havens and ownership of businesses and stuff like that. And as you approach, Melinda says, thank you all for attending our performance tonight. We had a very special and well-known guest. It was a delight, and I hope you enjoyed it. Charlene, perhaps we could have a moment alone with you. My friend here wishes to speak to you. And you hear, like, congratulations and stuff, and a bunch of them walk away. And you hear a familiar voice from the party that you had attended a long, long time ago of the Ventrue Primogen, who sort of... a lot of the kindred in the city have sort of tried to change their presence a little bit, just to sort of, like, shift where they exist within mortal society. And as such, it's a similar voice with a different cadence. As Kelly says, because I forget how this character sounds.
Spectacular.
Thank you.
And you said, sorry, their name is Charlene?
Yeah, I will post it. Charlene Han. Or
Alright.
Han. It's kind of rhymey. And it's she, her.
Okay. Charlene, a pleasure to be in your presence once again. And I'll just reach out a hand.
And you feel a hand. Yes, it's lovely to see you again. I've been quite busy in the city and haven't had an opportunity to come by the IOU recently. But your exploits have been well regarded by everyone in the upper parts of the Camarilla.
Thank you very much. Always a pleasure to hear that. I actually am coming with some new business for us that I am hoping I can get your assistance with, and perhaps some of the other Primogens as well. This news is quite dour.
We would do anything to help you. Of course, if you are willing to help us.
Well, indeed, this is a mission that will be to the benefit of us all. For I'm sure you... do I get an idea of how old she is? Has she been around a few book releases before?
Give me a wits and awareness. Or, if in lieu of that, you could do a, let's say intelligence and etiquette?
I'll do wits and awareness because I have more of that.
Nice.
Unless you want me to do the other one.
It'll just depend on what information you get.
All right. No, floor dice. Why do you betray me?
They only count if they succeed.
Yeah.
The official rule.
Yeah.
Actually, when I was checking through the rule book, I was pleased to see that that is an official rule for this game.
Yeah.
4, 5, 6 successes.
Yeah, she sort of carries herself as a relatively old kindred. She's seems well respected not only for her title, but just her experience, her wisdom.
Yeah, it takes a while to get up to this level.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna say you must know have you heard of Varney, of Morien, other novels that have come out that speak of vampiric ways?
Of course. I mean, we saw him perform this very day, and his exploits and narrations have been well known amongst the city for years.
Indeed. But of course, with a novel's release comes the negative side of things, as Caiaphas Smith will be among us soon. And that is a problem not just for the IOU, but for us all.
Yes, but you are quite young, are you not, Octavia?
Oh, you flatter me. Yes, I am.
Then perhaps it has been some time since the prince has made a decree about the rulings around Caiaphas. We are not to engage. Any opportunity that you have to hunt him shall be avoided, and if any word arrives that you have engaged with him, the prince will send a bloodhound for you. I'm sorry, but those are the rules. You are aware of how he gains his powers, correct?
Yes, I am, which is why I thought it would be prudent for all of us to deal with this as soon as possible via gathering arms together rather than one at a time being picked off like flies.
You are not a soldier, Octavia, and we would hate for anything bad to happen to you and the other investigators.
Well, I am not a soldier, that is true, but there are soldiers among us. And Prophet, growls at my feet.
Well, I have said, if you come in contact with him, it will be seen as a violation of the prince's direct orders. We understand that his powers come from drinking the vitae from our kind, and he can't be much closer to death than 20 years or so. So if we can avoid contact with him, he'll die, and the problem will go away. We're just looking out for the community.
Are you not concerned about the food source portion of our community that seems to be rather up in arms about us all?
This is, to say the least, Octavia. Melinda here has directed you wrong. This is above your pay grade. And you would do to let us handle the problem. Now, if you are working with that so-called celebrity, Morien, then anything that happens to you will indeed happen to him as well. Do I make myself clear?
You plainly. And I must say, I am not deaf. I'm hearing the words you're speaking. I wasn't aware of the position of the Camarilla and the the court in general. So I'm glad that I spoke to you. We will do our best to stay out of your way.
Excellent. Well, it's always a pleasure speaking to you and your kind. And again, if there's anything we can do for you, it is a mutual exchange and less of a bargain. Melinda, such an excellent performance. I will be seeing you again.
I want to scry her soul before she leaves.
Go ahead. Give me that. Oh, one sec. Oh.
I roused and got an 8.
Nice. You do not get hungrier.
I imagine she has incredibly high dice for this. So fingers crossed. I'm going to spend a willpower.
Go for it.
Stack the deck. That did not help me at all. 4.
You send out your presence to try to gather any information from her soul, and like a brick wall are blocked. Not even a moment do you feel like you've connected.
And I try my best to like just pass it off as I'm not even doing anything, and I like turn and walk away. I need a drink.
Melinda sort of like, of course, I am sorry, Octavia, but I didn't know what you would be asking, and I am a courteous host after all.
Of course, I honestly am quite embarrassed. I really did not anticipate that to be their decision whatsoever, and that's honestly my mistake.
Well, we can't win them all.
I really don't like to lose. That's another conversation for another time.
Imogen, what did you get on your wits and awareness?
A 1.
Oh no!
It's not my night. It's
That's
not
fair. I mean, you are
no.
socially distant from everybody, and sort of just like staring out into this like wall of movement. Words are being thrown out that you simply just do not understand. They seem like made up high class words just to sound cool. And as you stand there, you don't get anything. I'm sorry.
It's just not my night. It's a very distracting time, so having a fine time here in my corner.
You do have fame still, so those people who do, like, occasionally someone will branch off, like they were walking in the direction, like notice you really quickly, come over and like, congratulations on the another performance. It's so good to see you growing, dear, from the performance at the party.
Oh, you were there, were you? Oh,
Most of us were, yes.
well, thank you
Yes, it's
so much for reminding me of that night.
the jig was nice, but a little bit more elegance it suits you well. And sort of branches off back into the crowd. And you get a few of those sort of like digging remarks here and there.
Excellent, wonderful. I love that.
And before we head on our break, Evelyn, what did you get on your wits and awareness?
I got 6.
Ooh, the harpy doing her job.
Oh, is that confirmed now? Oh, well.
I mean, we haven't had a scene where you were considered not the harpy.
True. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm doing my job.
Navigating through this crowd. Again, some of the elders do notice you and sort of you avert your gaze and move aside and whatnot. But you follow a few clues. You actually like pick up a couple information that will help you. You hear a few boons here and there being exchanged and can make note of them. But the person that Octavia was talking to kind of like walks forward a bit more, and you see a figure that you don't well, give me a intelligence and etiquette, if you would.
Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Etiquette, you say? We're gonna go ahead and rouse for that. Can we rouse something that we have no dots in?
Yep.
To get to. Okay.
Well, you would rouse the top one, so you would rouse.
Okay.
You would rouse your intelligence.
Oh, I'd rouse my intelligence. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So we'll I succeeded, so I do not get hungrier.
Nice.
So that is 4 dice instead of 2. Might wanna get a little bit of etiquette. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and use a willpower to re-roll.
Really want to succeed this one.
I do, like, a lot. So I'm really hoping for a couple 10. Yes, thank God, I got another 10. Okay, so that is again another 6. So.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah.
You follow behind, and you see her sort of like stop. And there was a collection of people that were talking, and you know from name or description most of the higher level people in the Camarilla, and you don't recognize any of these people. They fit in well enough, but with your discerning eye, almost fit in like too well. Like they had asked for advice on how to fit in a whispered tone to the group. You catch a few moments of what she's telling them, involving reporting back to the prince. You hear Kyphon Smith's name. You hear Varney's name. And you also hear be prepared for a blood hunt at a moment's notice. And the group sort of like solemnly like bows to her, and then head off away from the group back into the main foyer of the theater.
Interesting. I didn't hear Octavia's name.
No.
Okay. I will look around to see if I see our lovely Lasombra friend, since he was name dropped.
I believe that
they left, right?
They're outside getting a drink.
So now I'm just looking around like, what's he been up to?
But with that, we are going to go on our break.
I've made a mistake. I'm sorry.
No.
Oops. See you in a bit.
Good morrow, fine patron. Are you looking for music for your character, campaign, or Twitch stream? Does music move you like prune juice after a colonic? Well, here at OBP Musical, we write music from any genre, from fully orchestrated pieces like this, to video game auditory herpes like this. We have singers from Les Miserables and Disney for vocals like this.
The heroes of the North, with them we'll sally forth. The warrior knight, the maiden of Ed.
Have a bard that's written lyrics? We can write music for them. So, if you want music that rocks, come to us at OBP Musical and get your rocks off. That sounded weird. Music and songs from any genre, from opera to country, pop to thrash metal. We are jacks of all trades. OBP Musical, music for any occasion. Birthdays, weddings, having a bris. We've got you covered when others don't. Go to obpmusical.com for more info.
Hero Forge is a free-to-use online character design application. Create and share your unique designs using their in-depth character creator tools. Order customized tabletop miniatures that truly represent your characters. Whether you prefer to start from convenient presets or fine-tune your character feature by feature, Hero Forge makes it easy. Best of all, designing, saving, and sharing characters is completely free. Visit heroforge.com to start designing your custom miniature today, and check back often. New content is added every week.
I've been working on my Steve cosplay, and I found the perfect piece to finish it off at the costume shop. They have wigs, costumes, contacts, and they even have a cosplay section on their website for people just like me. Head on over to thecostumeshop.com/?REF tabletop titties to get started. That's TheCostumeShoppe.com, spelled ye old way. Make sure to use the code tabletop titties with double D's to get yourself $10 off at checkout. Maybe I should make a Imogen White cosplay next.
I've made a mistake.
No, it's fine. So we've just heard a bunch of words thrown out: Blood Hunt, Varney. No problem. Leon and Morien, you have just completed your casual feeding around the theater and feeling pretty good. I'll say that you can get down to 1 hunger just because, this is your scene. This is who you work with. Both of you give me a wits and awareness real quick, please, and thank you.
I'm rolling it. I was scared,
It is 1, 2, 3, 4 for me.
Ooh.
Nice.
Even as I'm regaling Leon with tales of past lives, yes, and my prices for the silk were so good that they started to call me reasonable. It was an actual name that I had at the time. Yes, and then Othello premiered. Sorry, what was that? And I just turned
You're just so well decorated. That was 5 successes.
5 successes. Leon, as Varney is regaling you with these tales, you know that he doesn't notice this, but off in the distance, sort of between the theater and this open square that it is, there is an estate on the end of this clearing with sort of a front garden and such, and you can see somebody lit by their front light just standing and staring at the two of you. Just sort of very still, staring directly at you.
Now, Varney, my friend, while I do enjoy your tales, I'm going to need you to continue to walk and talk with me, but we're going to go turn and make it seem like we don't know that someone is watching us. And then we're going to turn again, and we're going to walk the opposite direction from somebody watching us.
Okay, well, that should be easy, because I don't know that somebody is watching us until you just
I
told me.
do, so just
now I
follow
sort
my
of...
lead.
Okay, great. Let's do that.
Yes, like famous playwright Aaron Sorkin says, walk and talk.
Yes, the walk and talk.
The famous Victorian playwright Aaron Sorkin.
Sir Aaron.
Yes.
I knew him in my day.
And as you turn, Leon, you notice as you turn that the figure doesn't move, and literally does not move. It doesn't seem to be breathing. And as you pass by and go try to cut off the line of sight, you notice that it is a mannequin, and it has been dressed up in sort of this high regalia decor to stand out on this porch.
Now, Varney, I'm going to ask, does some sort of almost like high regalia mannequin mean anything to you personally?
Let me think about it. Does a highly dressed regalia mannequin mean anything to me? Storyteller?
Give me an intelligence and I guess occult.
Okay.
Just Varney or both of us?
Just Varney.
Okay.
Okay.
That sounded like a lot of dice. That sounds
Yeah.
fun.
And yet only one success. I've been rolling like trash.
Use
Can
the
I like
willpower.
awaken? Yeah. Can I? Well,
Yeah, you can use
I'll
willpower.
willpower it. Okay. So this is just one additional die.
Mm-hmm.
So you're
Oh no. So you would.
gonna re-roll up to 4 non-hunger dice.
Okay.
And you'll check off one
Okay.
of your willpowers.
All right. So I'm down a willpower, but I can reroll 4 dice
Mhm.
and get one additional success.
Heck.
Somewhat worth it.
That's 2 successes.
Oh no!
Nothing like specific comes to mind. It's definitely odd, and you know that you can't think of anything that
Okay.
matches that description.
Are we standing near the mannequin?
I think you guys were moving away, weren't you?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're making out the mannequin from like a distance. I'm going to turn to Leon and say, "Now, my young blood, I've been around a long time, and I know that if there's a mannequin that is nicely dressed in the middle of nowhere, apparently acting as some sort of decoy distraction, that's a bad sign. Let's disappear." I'm just gonna launch myself into the air, like just just grab onto the side of a building and just scurry up to the top of the building without missing a beat.
It's just like,
Leon,
Well,
you hear you from here off to the side. Oh, dear heavens, did you see that, Reginald? I did. What manner of creature was that? That must be one of those vampires that novel has been talking about. You there. You there.
Wow.
Damn it,
Yes,
Barney.
yes.
And you see 2 nicely dressed, if a bit bulky, looking individuals, definitely dressed for a night on the town, coming up to you. And as they approach, one of them reaches out a hand. Did you see that creature that jumped up on the roof there?
Yes, I did. In fact, I've been sort of inspired by Stoker's work, and I've been sort of trying to categorize the sort of creatures that I see out here. And I was just about to write something down, and I reached for like my journal poetry. I was just about to write something down in this journal about it.
Oh, yes. Do you need a pen?
I would greatly appreciate one.
And as the 2 figures approach you, one of them reaches into their coat jacket and pulls out what appears to be a very large blunderbuss.
every time.
I was hoping I lied good enough.
How aware are you? Like, how on edge are you at the moment?
I was, whenever I'm lying, I also am currently trying to figure out how to get out of this room. I don't lie without intention of running away just in case the lie goes bad.
Fair.
So I was on edge.
I'm gonna need you. You don't have celerity, do you?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna give you.
I do. I have celerity.
Yeah. But real quick,
I was on edge, but yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm gonna get Leon. Leon, just roll me a composure and stamina.
Okay. Composure and stamina. I'm deeply afraid.
if it helps, when I jumped, I was very much like scurry and then like I'm gonna scope out, see if there's any threats. So I very much was, I was watching this like a hawk, especially once those people showed up. So I would be hopefully ready to spring into action to try and help my beloved grandson, I guess.
Can I use willpower to roll?
Yeah, for sure.
How many do I get to reroll with willpower?
4 non-hunger.
Okay. Oh boy. Oh, okay. So that brings it up to 3.
All right. What you see, Varney, as you land on this building, and you turn around to look at Leon, you see these 2 individuals get to Leon. One of them pulls out what appears to be, I want to say blunderbusses were around when you were around, so sure. Pulls out a blunderbuss, sticks it basically to Leon's chest and fires, and you see a large combustion appear in Leon's chest as he is thrown back up against the wall of the building you had just jumped against, slumps down, and you can see a bit of fire spreading on the front of Leon's shirt. The rain is at this moment keeping it down, but Leon is out for the time being. What are you doing?
Okay. When I scurried up here, I had rolled the wits and awareness before. I don't know if that kind of carries over.
They're not being stealthy at all.
Okay, so there aren't a bunch of people in the vicinity.
As you look around now from this height, you now see a couple more mannequins sort of positioned in like casual hanging out in the neighborhood vibes.
Okay. So we need to get out of here ASAP. What I would like to do then is I would like to, if there's a bunch of them, I can't afford to have a long drawn out battle. Do I think that if I dropped down and went to town physically that I would be able to very quickly dispatch them? Or would it be like potentially like if they're real tough, it could take a little bit?
Give me one more wits and awareness.
Okay. Come on, dice, don't fail me now. It's a 10. That's an 8. That's 4 successes.
You saw as the man took out the blunderbuss what appears to be like patchwork armor plating underneath his coat.
Okay, then I'm not taking any chances here. I'm going to start just running down the side of the building. And as I do this, I'm going to hiss and say, "You stay away from my new friend!" And as I'm saying this, I'm going to use my Breath of Varney ability and exhale a plume of blue and white flames to consume the both of them.
Yeah. And as you do that, we're going to jump away. Back to the theater inside. Everyone has like started to sort of like peter out at this point. A few of them have left, and only those who still had business to attend to are still present. And you can see, Evelyn, that Melinda is starting to get a bit like wants to leave. And is like looking around and clocks Imogen and walks over to you and says, "Imogen, my dear, have you seen Evelyn about?"
No.
Do you ever know how to find her when she's doing her Nosferatu business?
I've stopped listening to people now, right? Sorry to cut off.
Yeah, like
I've heard all the things.
Yeah.
I'll make my way over while this is happening.
All right.
Not really. Sometimes I just kind of call out her name and she appears, honestly.
Excellent. Well,
Evelyn!
I appear. Hi.
It has been some time since we have seen Leon or dear Morien.
Yes, I
The business
do.
with
I do think they may, specifically Morien, may have gotten into something a little over his head from what I've overheard. We might want to find them rather quickly.
Theon was following the big lady, wasn't he?
Yes, Anastasia.
Right.
But Morien disappeared sometime around that as well. Perhaps, dear Imogen, we shall do with an Irish goodbye.
What's that?
It's where you just leave. Isn't that from?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's what she does all the time. She's like, what?
Well, I guess so. I do just.
I guess.
Yeah.
To her, it's just a normal goodbye.
Excellent. Follow me then. Your dog should be able to find them, correct, Octavia?
Yes, of course.
Uh,
Didn't realize I was here. Hello.
She's just been like leading you around.
Okay, yeah. Of course. Prophet.
And Prophet perks up.
Let's find our new friend.
Prophet, you sound different. Are you all right?
And he will lead you out. Back out on the street. Morien, I believe your Breath of Varney does require a rouse?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and roll that for me as you're running down this
Okay.
building.
That is an 8, so I believe I don't gain anything.
That's good.
Yes.
This music does not feel like the moment in my mind.
It's specifically supposed to be like assassiny. Yeah.
Okay.
So give me a composure and resolve. Oh no, composure and oblivion. Sorry.
Okay. I can't find Oblivion on my character sheet. I don't know
It's like
where it would
near the
be.
bottom. I had to write it because the one that I gave you didn't have oblivion for some reason.
Oh,
So it's kind of
okay.
just like slapdash on there.
Oh, okay. So it's the 4. Okay, great. Awesome.
Tons of dice. There we go.
Yeah. And it's composure and oblivions. Okay, so that's 7 in total. Let's see here. Let's roll this. Yeah. 1, 2. Is it possible to use a willpower to boost this?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm going to
You can
spend
use
a
it
willpower
as many
to boost
willpowers as
this.
you have.
Okay. That's 2 more successes.
Nice.
So that puts me at 4.
All right. So as you run down the side of this building and engulf these two in flames, you see in front of you their like skin begins to tighten and like darken as if it's being burned and also like dehydrated at the same time. The two of them fall to their knees, and as they hit the ground, their hands almost like break a little bit from just being like dried out husks by the time they hit the ground. You figure that these were just 2 humans. And as you
Excellent.
make it to the ground, you see now lying behind you is Leon. Their chests open. Their outfits sort of like burned around the hole that has been made in their chest. And you can see clearly inside.
Okay. I am a 6'4" big strong man. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, with my right hand, grab Leon, fling them over my right shoulder. With my left hand, if you will allow me, I want to grab both, if possible, at least one of these corpses by the scruff of the neck, because I want to check their bodies. I want to grab and just run back up the side of the building, and I'm going to circle around back to the entrance.
For sure. I'll say with your strength, you are able to. The heaviest of all of these materials that you're carrying is the body armor that they are wearing. Leon, at
Okay.
this point, significantly lighter than he was a moment ago.
Oh no!
I would like to use
I
rouse.
need that like
by
I
the
need a
way.
hole in the chest. Be
I would
nice.
like to use my fleetness ability
Ooh.
to just move as like insanely fast.
Oh, yeah.
Just up the side of the building.
For
into
sure.
towards the front.
Give me that rouse check again.
Okay. That's a 9. So no.
Ooh, lucky rolls.
Just like
Yes.
with parkour fleetness, you managed to make it through this district that you had been hunting in, heading back towards the theater. It is about this time that Octavia, Evelyn, Imogen, and Melinda step forward out the back where her two henchmen have sort of been flanking. And as they see you approach, both of them are going to like pull out sabers. And Melinda's like, wait. I believe this is your friend. Well, mine and your friend. Stand down. And she leads you towards Morien, who's sort of like landed behind the theater now.
Yeah, I'm full crouch with the two bodies like in front and Leon over my shoulders, just sort of crouching there.
Imogen, I do believe from the smell that your assistance may be required.
Right. Right. And I'll go over to Leon and do my thing. Roll dice. I'll do the Valerian, the healing thing.
We all might want to step back a moment.
Of course.
I succeeded on my rouse.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Then give me that intelligence and fortitude.
Sorry, I'm just rereading the rules for this power again because I've only ever used it once. Okay. What? It's all aggravated damage, though, right?
Yes.
Yes. Just roll.
Yeah.
We'll be fine.
Okay.
We'll call this like a stabilize roll.
Well, I got 2 successes. I'm going to use a willpower
All right.
for 3 successes.
3 successes. So as you focus your powers,
So that does do heal 1, mend 1 aggravated damage, right? For 3 successes.
for every 3
Thanks.
successes in the margin. So yeah,
What does that mean? Yes.
truth difficulty 2. I don't know. We're just gonna narratively say that you managed to pull Leon out of torpor, but Leon, as you come to, you are in terrible pain, and you have that memory of like the fire engulfing you.
Yeah, am I still alive?
Well, you never
Well-
will be.
For a long time.
Very long time.
Technically, I think.
Am I still in a state of undeath? I guess I should
Yes.
say.
You are back with us.
Wonderful. Are there still people with very, very strong guns around?
No, but did they look like, and I describe what I saw with the Primogen that was talking to Octavia, the group of people that looked like they were too well put together.
I mean,
And
you-
I hold up the corpses.
Yeah, you look at the, and they did not. The ones that she had sent away were entirely different people.
All right, I think we have a serious problem. I will now describe, now that we are without other people around and this is us, I will describe what I saw and what I overheard to the group. So I do believe, my dear, you have gotten yourself into a bit of a pickle, and they did say they should be prepared for a blood hunt at a moment's notice. What on earth have you gotten us into, Varney?
Oh, a blood hunt? I don't know what could have... Can I think of like anything that I have done, Storyteller, that would have brought about a potential blood hunt against me?
As you think about it, Melinda says, well, I may have made the mistake of having our dear Octavia commune with the Ventrue Primogen and may have let loose that you are looking for Hierophant.
I was making reference to novels that were published about vampires, not specifically yourself, but that your name did come up. I didn't know what
For once, Octavia, it has always been a tumultuous time when one of these novels come out, and I do not blame you. It is your first experience. Varney.
They told us that we aren't supposed to hunt him at all. We're supposed to leave him be. They're estimating that he has 20 years left in his life if he doesn't get access to any of us.
We are
what
supposed
if
to
he does?
avoid them.
I think we've seen tonight just how difficult it is to avoid those who want to find us, if they wish to. And I just motion towards Leon. I'll turn back to Melinda and say, so am I to understand it that they believe that hunting me will in some way, stop vampires from coming into contact with Smith when he comes here?
She kind of like kneels down and inspects the bodies. I don't think that these are... I think these are free agents. I think we're just seeing the beginning of something worse. My dear, it has been a pleasure seeing you again, but you should go to Cambridge. Olive is there. She will know what to do.
Right. Yes. I think about it as if perhaps now is the time for another death. And like there's a twinkle in my eye, and I guess I'll look around at the party and be like, I've only known you for like 3 hours, but in that time, it's been an absolute pleasure, and I'm sure that I will remember you for longer than I knew you.
Long we knew you.
Yes. Look, I've been around a long time. I can be forgetful. I didn't want to make any promises I couldn't keep,
fair.
but I do believe I can remember you for more than 3 hours.
Well, perhaps when you return, we'll still be around. We'll have dealt with whatever is to come.
Yes, right.
I do
Let's Cambridge then.
rather than later. And before you leave, I'm gonna grab your hands and I just squeeze them. And as I let go, you feel something solid lingering in your palm, about the size of like a dime. And if you look down at it, it's like a ruby red stone. Please keep this. It'll help us find you if we're in need of you again.
I smile and I say, I forgot your name, but thank you.
Octavia!
Right, yes. Look, you were especially great. I turn to all of you and I say,
Rude!
It's really nothing personal. I can barely remember who I was the last time before I was me now. I need to go. I feel embarrassed now.
Melinda's
run up the wall.
Melinda's going to call out and say, my dear, tell Olive that our little guest's sire has seen better days, and sort of looks down at you, Leon. And we are going to jump back to the sewers, because I believe, Jerry, you had something you wanted to do.
Getting lost in the sewers, because I am so drunk.
Oh no!
I stumble back into William's little alcove. Oh, what?
Did you get lost?
Boy, how I get out here?
If you can't navigate the sewers, just take the ladder back up to the offices.
What, is Evie up there?
She's at the theater.
How's she feeling about, your missing mates?
We haven't talked heart to heart. You may imagine I have other things to deal with for now, and the mistress does keep a distance. But she has been going on as she does.
Is she mad about it?
I think that's something you'll have to ask her. If it makes you feel better, I'm not. They're better off.
You say that, but I really don't want her mad at me.
And you should have probably killed the ones that didn't come back. But if I know anything about our kind, is we have a lot of time to forget things. I haven't done that yet.
Right. Thanks for that, Billy.
Do you have things that you are waiting to forget?
I got things I'm trying to remember.
Well, best of luck with that, I suppose.
Right. You said the ladder, right? Get out here.
That one, right there. Slick. With the filth of the sewers.
Right. And he's gonna attempt to, well, he's gonna climb the ladder, but he might slip a couple of times.
If you find any more corpses, you know where to dump them.
Yeah.
If you make any more, do let me know.
Yeah, no, that last one's more likely, mate. Anyway. Yeah, and then Jerry's going to figure out how to put on his vest again. Straighten his tie. Is it? Oh. And like hope to go, like he's not gonna look down because he's scared to death his chest tattoo of the Belgian flag is like not marred. He's like, it's fine, it's gonna be fine, Emmy's gonna fix it up, everything's gonna be fine.
Can't fix a tattoo.
I mean,
I'm not doing that.
I would have.
Fun fact. Yeah.
It will come back. Even if it was shredded when you wake up in the morning or heal, it will be back.
Yeah.
And we're going to leave off with a bit of a scene near the theater district of a group of individuals that have recently been informed by Shalon Han to be ready to start a blood hunt. Getting several blocks away and stopping. And one of them looks at the group and says, "Do you think that was far enough?" And the other one says, "I don't know. We were just supposed to get out of the district. Do you think the Nosferatu heard?" And the other one says, "Listen, as long as we get out of there alive, I don't care what was heard, but she seemed to have accomplished what she was trying to do. Maybe that'll put some fire under the heels of the IOU." Indeed. And they all walk off into the night. And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
I'm doing great.
I want to know
He's
things.
almost dead.
I want to know things. Thank you for joining us. I want to know things. Your viewership means the world to us, and we really, really do appreciate you all coming here and spending time with us, playing vampire and doing all these crazy shenanigans. If you enjoyed yourselves and you want to support us, the best way to do so is by heading on over to patreon.com/tabletop titties. When you become a patron, you get access to a whole bunch of stuff. Behind the scenes snippets, polls that affect our games, bonus episodes, and more. We also have a merch store. If you saw the show tonight and were like, whoa, look at the shirt. Oh my God, that's so cool. I want that shirt. Then you know what? You should go to tabletoptitties.threadless.com because that's where you can buy it. We also still have our Pride collection up because Pride Month is every month. All profits to that collection go to Community, a nonprofit organization based in Vancouver, BC that work to improve queer, trans, and two-spirit lives. Definitely go and check that out all year round at tabletoptitties.threadless.com. Speaking of supporting these titties, our Indiegogo shout out for this evening goes to Parash Maharaj. Thank you so very much for supporting us and backing our season 3 campaign. We'll see you this weekend for your special one shot that you got coming up for you. That'll be super fun. We could not do it without you. Last but not least, make sure to follow us on social media at Tabletop Titties. And if you tweet using the hashtag TTTitties, you can get an NPC named after you. You can find all of this info on our website at www.tabletoptitties.com. And remember, when we say titties, it is with double D's. And we will not see you next week because we are going to be taking a 2-week break. It is our mid-season finale, so you get left on that cliffhanger just like us.
And Jeremy, would you like to plug yourself and anything that you're doing?
Absolutely. Hello, everybody. My name is Jeremy Cobb. I forgot to say my pronouns at the beginning of the show. They're he, him, and also so are Moriens. We're both a couple of he, hims. You can find me on Twitter at Jeremy Cobb1. That's Cobb with 2 B's, the number 1. And you could also find me on the podcast that I'm a part of. I'm one of the 3 co-hosts of the show 3 Black Halflings. We're sort of a D&D variety show, really more of a nerd variety show at this point. We talk about like diversity, inclusivity in TTRPGs, D&D especially. We give D&D player tips, DM tips. We do deep dives into various classes in D&D. We also just talk about general nerd stuff, and we do actual play. I'm the resident DM for the show as well. We are actually just about to start dropping an actual play 2-shot next week. Spoiler alert! This is the first time I think I've ever said it in a public forum.
You gotta
by
hear
Connie
first.
Chung, featuring Persephoroth and Kyle from Playnerd Allies, and also the Halflings.
Wow.
So
That's awesome.
yes,
Connie's amazing.
that's gonna be awesome. We're actually announcing that like later today for me, or tomorrow, or I guess everyone in the
Exclusive.
farther west time zones. But yeah, this is a Tiddies exclusive. But yeah, come check us out and come support us and say hi and stuff. And thank you all for having me. This was an absolute blast. I love
Anytime.
joining and playing with all of you.
You were a delight.
Anytime.
Yeah, always.
You have to come because I have yet to. Jerry has yet to meet Grandpa.
Listen, you were gone yesterday or last week.
Yeah.
Stick around. We're gonna raid Blackwater D&D, so show some love, and we'll see you in 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Bye.